Hello, Mighty Joe here. Today I'm going to do a video on something I've been experimenting with, doing a little testing with. And this video is aimed specifically at guys that are trying to close heavy grippers and they lack less than 1/8 of an inch, sometimes even the thickness of a credit card. They lack just a very little getting that gripper closed. It may be for a Mash Monster cert, maybe they're training to get a gold gripper shut in a contest or the heaviest gripper they can, but they always get stuck on that last little bit. So before I get into what I've come up with, I want to give you just a little bit of anatomy about the forearm, specifically about two of the flexors in the anterior part of your forearm. There's 5 here, but the 2 that generate all the horsepower when you're closing grippers or any type of finger flexion is one of them's deep and one of them is superficial. One of them is the flexor digitorum superficialis. That's the superficial one. The other one is the flexor digitorum profundus. Okay, they both originate right here on the medial epicondyle of the elbow, but where they insert is like right here. This is your MCP joint right here, the base of your fingers. Right here is the PIP joint, proximal interphalangeal joint, and your last joint at the tips of your fingers is the distal interphalangeal joints, better known as DIP and PIP, okay? And that's where these flexor tendons, they originate here, but they attach here, right here on the PIP, and right here on the DIP, okay? Now, point number 2, something else about the anatomy of your forearm and hand. Have you ever noticed when you close your hand, make a fist, what's the very last thing to move? It's your ring pinky finger. When you close your hand, look, if you'll do it real slow, the last movement is with these 2 fingers, the ring pinky finger. Same way with your gripper. If you'll get an easy gripper and close it very slowly, when you get it like a 1/16 of an inch, you'll notice that the last thing to move is these 2 fingers, okay? And that's where we're trying to gain strength. Now, in the history of grippers in the past, one of the solutions they come up with to try and strengthen the ring pinky finger was like Ironmind come out with these IM tugs. And you had to flip it upside down and you could specifically target your ring pinky finger. Okay. Then a guy from Israel, Python Grip, they come up with one with a bigger handle that goes in your palm and the smaller diameter for here. But here's the thing. Anytime you're training for something, according to the SAID principle, specific adaptations upon imposed demands, you want the exercise to be as specific as possible to your goal, whatever it is whether it's closing a gripper, doing hub work, it makes no difference. You want it to be very specific to your goal. Now with that in mind, let me show you what I've come up with. You'll need a stretch band like this, a continuous loop stretch band. You'll have to have an attachment point like mine's on the wall with the deal I have specifically attached to the wall for bands. It doesn't have to be a heavy band either. This one is an orange, like a mini band, and it's very easy to pull, but you don't need much for what I'm about to show you. All right, and then you'll take a gripper. Now, you don't want your gold gripper because you can't close it yet. What you want is a gripper that's anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds lighter than your gold gripper. And then here's what you do. You take this band and you want to put it at an angle like that, like a 45-degree angle on your ring pinky finger. You don't want it like this because you'll miss the pinky. So you got to put it at an angle like that. Hope you can see that, okay? Get it right there on the dip joint of both fingers, okay? take that gripper, and the good thing about it is you take the tension off the band, go ahead and place your gripper in your hand like you normally would, get it set. Now look, now you have this band tension, you just back up a little, put some tension on it, and then get in that spot you're stuck at and just do this. Because the last thing to move, remember, is your ring pinky finger. And just do that for like 3 to 6 reps. Unload it, rest a minute or so, give this the shot 3 or 4 or 5 sets, and then progressively either go up a gripper a few pounds or just get a little bit stronger stretch band. But here's the thing, it's not really about the strength of the band, it's really about the band adding just enough tension to get that gold gripper shut. So it's a very good way to specifically target and strengthen the ring pinky finger for big gripper closes. So that's what I have today, and I really hope this helps some of you guys, because there's some guys out there closing some huge grippers right now. There's a guy, Chaz, that, man, he's right there at an RGC 200 gripper, and that's just enormous. So I hope you like this. Please give it a try, and I would love some feedback on it from you gripper guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a happy 4th of July. Bye.